He's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Katie. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Slam, slam, slam. Kill. Gun. Hey, turn it up. Watch the safety creep. Watch twist.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Ready? 780. 55. Quit talking about it and bring it. Show it up. 8. Express. Banjo. Great. Let's go.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
20.
He can run for it, and he will. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. The shotgun snap for Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You got time. 8. Hey, check 24. Watch 20. 55. Right there.
To throw again. Newton. Complete to Dorsett. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on third down, Newton. Buying time to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Set, ready, 30 base. Come on, come on. Not so much.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 59. I'm coming. Hey.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
At the 38-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
55. Express!
Newton. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Trace their histories, you'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right, and that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Dorsett. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, and unsuccessful there trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. He's got him in, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
Ready, break. Mike. Check, 59.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Go! Now!
They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Zipper! Go! Shoot!
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll throw now on the final play. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 4th down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Catanzaro's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey. Shoot. Alert 3. 80 weapon. Check 43. Let's go.
On second down, it's Drake. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 58 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Check 55, Mike.
Hey, they're scared.
To throw on third down. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now Drake loses the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over first and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Right back to Drake. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Check the out. Check the out. Check the out. Mike,
Looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Now back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 35 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And then they turn on the game film. The coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
you got nothing.
Gun.
Operating from the gun. Newton. It got his man complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You hustle. 55, Mike, 55.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton. He may try and run for this. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Switch gears. Gun.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Drake, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they're able to stop him short of the first down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing
I'm the best Madden player in all the franchises, nigga. 4-time champ, 2-time Ain't My Son champ, 2-time Bebo champ. Look it up.
This year, just
nigga, player of the game got 1 tackle and a touchdown. What are you saying to me?
It's been for us as well here.
This the nigga that y'all thought was going to beat me? I beat this nigga and his brother. Back to back. I killed their family. Talking about, don't say family, bruh. Kiss my ass, nigga. I beat both y'all niggas' asses. Dumbass. You see the champ? A black man. Cam. This is what I do. This is what I do, nigga. I made this nigga throw the ball more than he ever threw the ball. This nigga don't throw the ball. He run the ball. He can't run on me. You gotta mix it up. You can't come to me with no sweet shit. Let's see these stats. Let's see these stats. Your last Madden game, you was trash, nigga. You trash. You trash, bruh. 2 broken tackles. You had a fumble. I had a scoop and score. I picked you up to seal a victory. Fuck around with this nigga, man. Garbage. My stats not even crazy, bruh. How did I win? I don't even know. I don't even know, but I win, nigga. You got the stats, but I won. I won. You suck. All y'all kiss my ass. Get off my stream.